So today we're going to be looking at ticker symbol NIO for NEO, just to see what sort of price action we can expect for today's trading day and for maybe the next few trading days to come. So we last time when we did the NEO analysis, we went ahead and we set up a nice pitchfork setup using Trading View, and since then we've touched a lot of key points for Neo. We've touched a lot of key resistance points, but still Neo seems to be underperforming, as with the market has shown. Now, if we're to sort of look at the price action of Tesla and compare it to Neo, we can sort of see how Tesla is the more premium stock for its price action movement has been very significant in the last couple of days, whereas Neo has been as sort of lagging behind in its price action. We saw a nice clear break in the start of March, breaking out of its highs of around around $67, retracing all the way back down to around 34, actually even breaking the $34. And since then, retracing, but still following the downtrend price action movement. And we actually reached uh, a very crucial point in Neo, and we set up these lines a few, I think around 10 days ago. And since then, we have broken out of our usual channel for Neo, which I was hoping wouldn't happen. Now, if we just zoom out of this just a little bit, just so we can uh, put on some markers for some nice clear indications of what's going on now. So, right over here, uh, this was a very crucial resistance point for Neo, but since then we have broken out of our pitchfork trend formation, and since then just bounced off of our resistance of 34.96, which seems to be a good entry point, because Neo in the last couple of days has been bouncing off of this 31, the low of $31, but hasn't really touched that low for a few days now. But we have touched this low of 34.96, which seems to be a important resistance point as for Neo, because we could actually see some nice consolidation for Neo over here. Now, Neo has attempted to break out of this resistance around 2 3 times before, but since then, following that same low trend line, somewhat just going down. The trend action seems to be down for the last couple of days now. Uh, it will be interesting to see how we can sort of assess um, the next action for Neo. If we are to maintain this nice um, healthy uh, if we are able to maintain this healthy consolidation without it following too low, by staying at least within this 34.96 resistance line heading upwards, that would be a good indication of possibly a good day trade, maybe even a swing trade for myself. If I'm looking right now, because it has broken out of that sort of trend line, but still bouncing off of that 34.96 resistance point, it still seems to be a good opening position for Neo, if you are looking to trade this stock. Now, we are gonna now jump into some other indicators. We're gonna open up the stochastic and the RSI, uh, just to see where we are uh, in terms of the indicators. Now, because the price is still very fairly very sitting at its at its low, um, The stochastic seems to be touching off the overbought area, so it could mean that we might be retracing a little bit lower. With the RSI still maintaining um, its nice movement, just staying within these zones. So stochastic is in the overbought. RSI is still trending nice and healthy in the thing, but the price action is very low. There is a little bit of volume coming in into Neo. With the stochastic in the overbought sold, we could possibly see, uh, and because the RSI has still not touched the overbought area, we could possibly see some nice upward action for Neo, possibly testing this. Where was our last resistance? So we have one at 40. Let's zoom this up a little bit. So we have one at 41. So we possibly could see some sort of price action movement trying to break out of this $41.36. Now, do I see this happening for today's trading day? Possibly. It would be great to see it, but to see a around around $3 or $4 price action today would be very nice. Just because we are touching off of these lows, so we could see some nice movement upwards for Neo. Let's go ahead and see what sort of news there is for Neo to back up our thesis and to sort of reaffirm uh, reaffirm the data that we are collecting from Neo's price action. So, Neo, what you need to know about the power. Neo and Sinpac launch automated EV battery swapping station. So, this is one of the very nice, crucial technology that sets Neo apart even from Tesla, where it's a where they have set up battery stations within China, and you can just drive in and swap your battery. Uh, if you are looking for uh, uh, a quick solution to an alternative solution to recharging your batteries, you can just go in, swap it out. That also maintains your sort of battery life as well, because you're changing it for new batteries. And So we're just gonna go jump straight into the news. Neo Xpeng set tongues wagging on day of Shanghai Auto Show. So because Neo is a very key player within the EV market in China, I think it has a larger market share than Xpeng. In the auto show, it seems to be that people are, and they have been interested, very interested in Neo's vehicles, just because of the Chinese environmental policies that they have set up and how they want to be carbon free, and they're really pushing for electric vehicles uh, for a few year now, for a few years now. Neo stock has option traders gearing up for higher move. So, in the last three reasons, Neo is my top EV pick. Well, how Elon responded to competitors' new 100,000 vehicle milestone. So, just last week, which was a very great day for Neo last week, it manufactured around its 100,000 vehicle milestone, which is a great achievement. So congratulations to Neo for that. There's a lot more upside still within Neo. There still seems to be a little bit of a political rift between U.S. and China, which is also playing into the price action movement of its stocks, because there is a group of individuals, a group of investors who would like to see Chinese stocks delisted, along with stocks like Alibaba, Baidu, and but because they hold uh, because they're such strong companies, I really do feel it's very unlikely that any of these stocks will ever be delisted from the U.S. stock market. The other news seems to be a little bit older. The most recent news still seems to be positive. Let's open up Bloomberg and see what sort of information the auto show and how and how people sort of responded uh, to Neo's vehicles. Shanghai Automobile Industry Exhibition kicked off on Monday in China's financial hub. So the major theme were the electric vehicles and the new cabal of tech players, including Chinese telco giant Huawei Technologies, plowing money into cleaner transport. So Xpeng and Neo are very there. There will be a lot of competitiveness between these two companies, and that's what this sort of article is just sort of translating into how they were listening to the two CEOs were carefully listening to each other's uh, presentations when they're presenting their cars at the auto show. So all in all, the news does seem good. There's still a lot of upward um, movement that we are initially waiting for Neo as it has been sort of lagging behind. But because the EV market it's so immense in China that eventually the Neo stock will break out of these zones, and we will start to see some nice positive price action for Neo. The news seems to be good now. Uh, because of the positive news from the auto show, it could present a nice opportunity, a nice up upward price action movement for Neo. And obviously, if it's trailing at around this 36 $34, could also be a nice entry point for Neo to open up a position for myself. And if you think the information is important to you, so very important for every individual to do their own due diligence. These videos are my sort of reference for myself when I'm opening positions, and they're not meant to be used for opening for other individuals, but more for just information and for gaining knowledge of how to set your graphs or what to look for when you're setting up your trading strategy for buying into stocks. So I'll be watching this stock as well. I'll do another update video later on just to see if we do bounce out of this $41.36, and if that auto show was a good enough catalyst to see some nice upward price action movement for Neo. So make sure to like, subscribe, and leave any comments for any ticker symbols that you would like me to analyze, which I could try and get out ASAP. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.